I'm getting freaking WhatsApp messages because
It's yours.
it's my WhatsApp. Don't you dare look at my
never
WhatsApp.
look at
You don't look at it?
I
You don't
never-
look at my WhatsApp.
I do not. I saw it and like, we're not looking at this.
I appreciate that. There's
Why not
nothing.
look at WhatsApp?
There's really nothing on there, but I appreciate it. Welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Tzvi, joined here with my brother Yitz, and we were mid-conversation pretty much about what the hell our plan is with this entire show, because Yitz, we fell off. We fell off immensely. We
haven't been consistent because you've been out of town and we've been busy. And
I've been out of town, busy, and then I just didn't feel like doing it one week. And to be honest, past 2 weeks I didn't feel like doing this. However, I'm continuing because I actually low-key see the vision of this
believe in the
world
vision.
domination and Jews run media and whatever.
And you have to have everything. You have to have a podcast. You're not relevant.
Yeah, I have to have podcasts because it's not enough to have a YouTube channel. But also low-key, down the line, not everything lasts forever. Podcasts last a very long time. And I want to, I'm debating if I should put it on my main channel or not, because it's a whole new audience, and I'm scared. I don't know how old the people are that watch it.
People might not like it, and then it's kind of a bust in a way.
There's a lot of fear, I guess. I think it's a self-conscious thing, because
I don't care. I have nothing. I just have.
For me, it's
You build something and you don't want to start ruining it.
I guess I'm scared. Should I be open for a sec? Maybe I'm scared that you might not be up to their standards.
Yeah, no, I got that.
But that's me projecting, probably, because I think they would actually like you.
You have to take risks.
Also, you don't do social media, so they would expect it.
You gotta trust in God. God's infinite plan.
God's infinite plan.
You can't do anything that God didn't want you to do.
So I shouldn't shout out this on my main channel and Instagram.
If you didn't do it, it's God's plan. If you did do it, it's God's plan.
Well, don't explain that to atheists, by the way. They're not gonna like it. But that's just the stress I've been going through. I've been terribly off schedule. If I haven't told you what time I've been waking up these past few days, people would they'd laugh, they'd look at me in shock, they'd be whatever.
Do you wonder if you're okay?
They'd wonder if I'm okay. I am okay. I worked out yesterday for the first time in 3 weeks because
3 weeks.
I was out of town, and then I got a cold thing from all the Jews that were in Brooklyn. I got sick from all of them, and we're very clean. We don't carry germs. Stereotype from what was it? Did they blame the Black Plague on us? I said I wouldn't freaking do Jew crap, but here we are. They blamed the Black Plague because so many Jews were Did we talk about this?
Yeah.
We did talk about it.
Yeah, we
Fine. Tay-Sachs, we already talked about that.
Yes.
And the other thing, callback. Amazing. See, now they're going to watch all of them.
Well, call back to something that may not...
Oh, shoot, yeah. We did an episode last week about certain things and events, and I don't know if I'm going to release it or not. We'll see. If I release it, it'll probably be before this one. So... Or no, maybe it'll be
it'll be later.
No, it'll be one of those hidden episodes.
Yeah.
Basically, it'll be something you give to your channel memberships. Because what happened was...
It's funny. It's on our Patreon.
Did you see it? So I made a Patreon the other day for my channel, and I was wondering, should I make... should I post a video that wasn't allowed to get posted? Did you hear what happened with my whole situation with Kanye?
I saw a community post. I didn't really...
Kanye made an album called Graduation. It's the name of an album. It's a massive... huge album. It changed the course of hip hop. It's supposedly a really good album. And when Kanye was doing Kanye stuff, and last year, it's actually been a year. I'm pretty sure exactly since it happened. I saw yesterday a post 1 year anniversary of the tweet. Yeah, I saw the tweet.
Anniversary.
And I was thinking to myself, whenever I saw, especially also recently, I've been seeing a lot of comments saying Kanye was right, and I've also been seeing just comments saying, but he made Graduation. That was a big meme last year, and even now in my comments, because they see a Jewish guy, they got to comment it, but he made Graduation. It's such a good album. So what happened was, I'm okay, is it as good as people actually say? I'm a reaction YouTuber. I also, and Kanye, it's the perfect mix. It could be the clash of two different worlds. I'm going to react to Graduation, the entire album. I made an hour video.
Oh, wow.
It was, there's 15 songs are a few minutes long.
Yeah.
But I gave commentary also. I gave my input. I said, hey, could this justify... I did the whole shtick.
Yeah.
It was an hour-long video, and it was copyrighted, which made sense because you have their songs in your video. Fine. I scheduled it to be automatically uploaded in 3 days. 1 minute after it was public, it got blocked in all regions. It can't be seen.
Why?
Copyright blocked. It's weird. The second I made it public... it got copyright blocked. Like, this is so copyrighted, we're not even gonna let anybody see this. So it got like 70 views in 1 minute. Those 70 people got to watch that video, and the rest that didn't. And I appeal to all of them. I don't care if I don't make any money on it. I just want people to see it, and that's legitimately true because it was an easy video to make. And all 14 requests that I made got rejected for each individual song. His team, they just. I mean, you could see how funny that is. Maybe it's karma. I don't know what it is. He's blackballing me like I don't even know. Point is, I made like a whole rant about it on TikTok and whatever, and everyone's asking, so did you like it? And then I said, I guess we'll never know. That's a famous Kanye quote. I don't know if you got that.
No, I did not.
It's whatever. That's an iconic speech he gave, I think, at the Grammys. Everyone wanted to know what would happen if I didn't win. Kanye said that, and then he said, I guess we'll never know. Because you won. It was. Am I explaining me? Okay, this. You're very not cultured. No, I can fix you.
I know he did a few things on different award shows. I don't remember different ones.
It was. I mean, it was a while back, and also like.
Did he do one that he with Taylor Swift? Who's
he said, "I'm gonna let you finish."
Yeah.
But Beyonce had the best album of the entire year. When Taylor Swift won the award,
that's what I know.
And then the C guy Renja, this whole beef, and now Kanye and Taylor. Fans have like beef against each other, and I don't know who to hate more because Taylor Swift is hogging football and Kanye West doesn't like Jews. So like I don't even know what to do with.
By the way, do you think that there's not? I'm 100% convinced that's a business move. I'm not saying they're not in a relationship.
No, 100%.
No, but I'm saying the fact that she goes to all the games. Are you kidding me?
The NFL puts her on display every single 5 minutes when you watch that game.
Yeah. And it's smart. Obviously, they're gonna make tons of money with it.
And the Chiefs games are also getting rigged. They've already been rigged. They've been added to the list of rigged games.
Unfortunately,
they want to have them win. And there's a bunch of Swifties, brand new Taylor Swift fans, are joining the NFL now. It low-key is a really good advertisement. It's a whole new group of people that have never seen it. And they want that team to win because it'll make all of them happy. And they want her to perform at halftime because she's never done it before.
Oh man, it runs deep.
Point is, I was gonna make the whole graduation thing. I was gonna put it on a Patreon.
Okay.
I made a TikTok, and my plan was it was gonna be so like Jewy of me. I was gonna make this whole thing, pretty much explain what I just told to you about Connie doesn't let me have a video on. Obviously, it's just like UMG or some group of like it's some label. It's probably owned by Jews. I'm saying it's so. But I was just making fun, making shtick, and at the end I was gonna plug the Patreon, get people curious enough, and then plug the Patreon. It was beautiful, perfect money. Like I'm telling you, but Patreon doesn't let you upload files that are over like half a gigabyte. Maybe I have to pay for something.
Oh really?
So I could not upload the 1 hour video. You can upload like 20-minute videos. YouTubers use it.
So why don't you cut it?
I plan on making a YouTube video. You're saying make 10 parts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't make 10 parts. It's
you could literally just cut it. It's okay. That's
a great idea, and the video's already up, and I already got the views. So I don't know. It'll be one of those lore videos. Like people will be like, "What did he say? What does he think?" I guess we'll never know. No, I kind of like that actually, though. Like I'll make it like an inside joke on my channel where there's this hidden video of a Jewish man reacting to graduation. Millions of people would want to see that video. Would have done amazing. I know it would have done amazing, even if it had like terrible like analytics and click through rate and not click through, but like watch time because it's an hour video and you're just sitting listening to songs. It 100% would have done well. And the reason I was annoyed about it was because there are many. This is why it was a problem. There are many videos of graduation reactions on YouTube, all of them an hour long, and they're not cutting up the videos. It's the full song, and their videos are up. But the Jewish guy happens to be is not up.
Interesting.
And I was very upset about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting that when you talk about I don't know certain memes, even though I'm like a few years older than you.
Yeah.
I think it's not my fault that I'm just not on the internet all day.
It's more no, I get it. I mean, because I'm chronically online. It's also like I can make an excuse for myself that it's what I do for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
So I could therefore scroll on TikTok for 10 hours a day, and now I know everything. Dude, this is gonna be amazing. Do you know what? This is actually gonna be hilarious.
Great.
It'll be a little like, I guess, guess the slang type thing. Do you know what phantom tax is?
Say that again.
Phantom tax. This is amazing. Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh no.
No, they're gonna love this. I'm telling you. Do you know what phantom tax is?
No, I don't know what that is.
What about skibbity toilet?
No.
Do you F with skibbity toilet?
No.
No. You don't know? Man. What about Rizzler?
No.
What about Gyatch?
No.
Did you understand any of those words?
No.
Honestly, congratulations. Like, I'm glad you don't understand any of it.
I mean, I know, like, Rizzler. It's not like Riz, right?
It is like Riz. It's someone that has Riz. Is the Rizzler.
That's hilarious.
The Riddler. It's stupid. But there's been this whole.
No, like you make something and then like within a day, like it changes.
It's very dumb. In the past year,
TikTok comments.
In the past year and a half, there's been such a rise of like TikTok specific lingo and
I'm
streamer culture type of lingo that I'm like involved in. I know all of it. That people, that like what it's just. Brain rot at this point. People will just like say a bunch of, they sound like buzzwords. So people will go over to like little kids and they'll say Phantom Tax Skibbity Toilet on the Rizzler and like hoping that they're cool with the kids, and it's this whole whatever.
I think this idea that I don't think people are necessarily smart at a certain age. You're young, and then every time someone gets insulted, instead of actually coming back with something smart, they just like say a word. Like, you just don't have any money. It's like, okay.
Which word would you say in that context?
Hold on, I know. You don't have any money is...
No, I'm not saying... I'm saying...
What's the slang for that?
No. I'm saying of the words that I just told you, which word would you use for that? You don't have any money, you blank. Do you even remember the words I just told you?
No.
Actually, the closest phrase would be Phantom Tax. No way I'm freaking talking about this. Phantom Tax. Do you know? This is hilarious and it's so stupid.
Hold on. Is it Fandom Tax?
Phantom. It's a name of a person. I'll get to it in a second. Not Phantom. No. There's What's happened is
fandom. Like
no.
If you're a fan, you pay tax or something.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not like my father.
All these phrases came up recently.
It's a slow change.
No. All these phrases came recently, and what's happening is even Gen Z and early millennials are starting to realize, oh shoot, I'm getting old. We're the next generation.
I'm technically Gen Z.
I'm saying, but mainly young millennial, older Gen Z, which is technically you, and it is you. That we don't understand the slang anymore.
Why?
We're actually getting older.
Because older Gen
what we
Z
made fun of other people for is happening to us.
Because we are actually having to live real life.
That's true.
And spend less time online.
I guess you're right.
Whatever we were like Gen Zers, and we're online, and we're the cool generation. We know all the cool slang, and then it's like, get a job, and you're like, okay.
I don't want to work a job. I don't want to work 9 to 5 and die.
No, that's new. I saw a trend that these Gen Zers my age are like have to get a job now because their parents are like, time to get out of the house, and because you're like older now.
A lot of entitled, not wanting to work basic.
So like, I think this woman who's going around was like, I have to work 9 to 5, and I'm like, it's funny because like they grew up online, they grew up like trying to make quick bucks, and then it's like, no, you actually have to get a job if you didn't do it, and they're like, I have to work 9 to 5, like my father. What a boomer!
This is
like hilarious. Like, yes, you have to work 9 to 5 if you don't do anything else. You have to work, and it's funny. It's now we don't have time to go on TikTok.
No, that's true. TikTok's also just a big waste of time, but it's also why that
messes my head up. Like it hurts my brain.
It's why I think that getting married at a younger age. This is gonna be mad based, but low key it has something to I think. Shoot, I may not cook here for a second. I might say something really bad. No, we're good. I think getting married at a young age is good because you don't focus on you're focusing on having a family and on growing and establishing this life.
Well, there's a lot more.
You're right. Maybe I'm not cooking.
You are, but the reason also is when you marry someone you're older, you guys have your own individual lives, and it's a lot harder to click.
No, I mean people are complaining about 9 to 5s and whatever, but majority of people are actually. It's not that bad working a 9 to 5 and having a family and kids. That's what I'm trying to.
No, it makes you happy.
I'm saying not. Also, the fact of the matter is, and it applies to me.
It's real life.
It applies to you.
It's real life.
Not everyone's going to be a millionaire. That's just how it is.
Correct.
That's life.
No, but it's also it's real life. If you want to live to your old and have a spouse and have kids, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So if you don't do that, you could live like a kid the rest of your life, but then whatever, you'll probably just be, it won't be so fulfilling.
Yeah, get married when they're freaking 30 and then all sorts of stuff.
No, my point is that a lot of these, I think people in my generation are starting to grow up, and all of a sudden you can't be online anymore, you can't be on social media so much.
But Phantom Tax and Skibbity Toilet.
Exactly.
What are we going to do without... I'm going to show you Skibbity Toilet after this, and you're going to be like, what the hell is this?
You're going to go to the workforce, and you're going to be saying this crap, and all your bosses are going to be like, what
No, they're going to be like, we need you to run our social media team.
Exactly.
That's what they're going to say. Skibbity Toilet
There's too many people who know how to run social media in about 20 years.
That's actually... You're right.
They're going to need real workers.
There's this whole... That's what I talked about the other day, right? There's going to be this whole thing that, like physical labor is going to be making a lot more down the line because
probably,
no one's going to want to do it.
Correct.
There's going to be more demand for it. But I'll show you Scooby Toilet after it. It's literally, it will melt your brain. It's stupid. It's it's for young kids. It's literally like Gen Alpha, like younger generation, like these kids. It's their what was the meme from when we were younger? What was something that like we worshipped? Like the big meme of our age. Yours is probably a little bit older, but you could still say it.
Hold on.
Let's think for a second.
Okay, pause.
Mine was probably, what was something that people like worshipped? Like online on the YouTube space specifically?
Well, mine were just YouTube videos. It wasn't really memes. I mean, it was Vines.
It's sort of like that. It's sort of like, I don't want to, I guess it's sort of, it has the chokehold that like these nuts had on these people, on us, maybe. No, not a good example.
These Nuts was part
or,
of it.
Or Gangnam Style, maybe. Or like something like that.
It was
like,
These Nuts. That was a huge one.
These Nuts was huge and everybody was saying it.
It was
whatever.
What are those?
I'm saying that, okay, maybe we're I think we might be a little cringe right now. Point is.
No, that was my generation.
That was your generation?
What are those? It was Vines.
It was just a bunch of Vines. It's not
I was never really on social media.
Vine compilations.
I wasn't necessarily on social media when I was younger. I only saw it when I got a little old. So I wasn't. Meaning we were pretty much on social media at the same time because you started when you were like 2 years old.
I was not 2. I watched retapings of Caillou on a VCR. Literally.
I was actually going on the internet and seeing all these cringe memes. I was meeting my parents. Our parents.
I was like 9. You're saying, and 10.
Yeah, because our parents let us have stuff. But when I was able to start going to the computer,
once like our family discovered,
you were on it.
Once we like really discovered YouTube in the world.
Meaning, by the time I was on YouTube, you would just stand behind me and watch too. So it was kind of the same time.
Yeah, and then like
younger.
I'd watch Pokemon, and then you guys would watch behind me watching Pokemon.
Exactly.
And it was that whole, and we shared like this one computer
in the corner.
In
of
the
the
corner,
house.
and it was hell.
And it was dirty.
It was dirty. I remember trying to type YouTube, and I forgot the E, so it brought me to the random website, and I was pissed off. I didn't know how to spell miniclip, so I had to get you to type miniclip because I was so young.
Every time we went on miniclip, our parents were like, "You're gonna get a virus on our computer."
Literally.
Will it, by the way?
You know what's happening? Listen,
did.
I've went on many websites. Many shady websites over the years, and
my computer's fine.
Literally, you know that purple laptop?
How could they watch you underneath? They for sure it's a virus.
You know that purple laptop that Mom used to have?
That was hacked.
Ma gave it to me when she was done with it. I used that thing for years. I was literally just on the floor, rotting my brain, playing like Agario and crappy games that I'd eventually make like a channel out of, and literally
$20 off of it.
And for years, I used that. Man, I have all sorts of viruses. That thing worked for 10 years. A crappy little Dell laptop.
It didn't even turn on. You had to keep it plugged in or else it would instantly die.
And it worked. Yes.
Yeah.
The second you unplugged it, instantly died. But it worked. And it worked consistently, and eventually, somehow, I don't know how, the more viruses I got in it, like somehow got quicker. It was better than like when it was initially given to me.
That's funny.
The Ethernet thing was, it couldn't use Wi-Fi. It had to be directly Ethernet, and sometimes the Ethernet wouldn't even work.
Sitting on the corner.
So that's why I was in the damn corner all the time. I couldn't bring it anywhere else. And I was just like on the floor. I probably like messed up. It's probably why I'm not as tall as you guys. Probably because I'm laying on the floor, freaking watching like Minecraft videos that I wasn't allowed to play, and playing like stupid video games.
All the video games we played were at least 10 years old because we were too cheap to buy good ones.
RuneScape actually would work on that laptop. Why not? Like that game specifically could work on any crappy computer.
Because it's internet based, so it's a little bit less.
Not even. It's such a low processing type of game because it was literally made in the 90s.
I remember at first we used to get like Madden 09 in like 2015.
We had Madden. We never played Madden
on the Wii.
You had Madden on the Wii?
On the
Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew nothing about football back then. I remember you crushed me into me getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Because did you know what you were doing?
No,
earlier?
I just knew I could throw like deep every time. And
I knew that also, and it wasn't working whenever I did it. I don't even know. But yeah, so I still need to test you on what you think these words are.
Okay, go.
Okay. Skibidi Toilet doesn't really have a definition. It's hard to really explain.
That means I have to go to the bathroom?
No. Skibidi Toilet is a character. It's a head that lives in a toilet. I don't know how else to say it. I'll show it to you later. And
is it the guy? I think I've seen it. One of your meme compilations.
I don't have that in my meme compilations. That's very young, like Fortnite kids, like that generation. Do you know what Phantom Text is? This is amazing. I love this so much. It's so stupid.
I don't know what it is.
Huh?
Okay, I don't know what it is.
It's so stupid. And it's funny seeing all the comments on TikTok be like, "What the hell is a Phantom Text?" It's like a bunch of 30-year-olds like getting pissed off about it.
That's hilarious.
But it's like this stupid there's a streamer, and his name is Phantom, and he has this thing where whenever anyone in his house buys food, he taxes them of their food because he's fat. That's literally that's it. It actually is kind of funny, but it got played out very quickly.
That's kind of funny.
And what ended up happening was it was called the Phantom Tax, and then people would start. I can't believe this is what we've resorted to on this podcast.
What does it mean though?
Huh?
What does it mean? That we want someone's food?
Yeah. When he steals when he steals. Oh my god! I can't believe this is what we've resorted to.
That makes sense actually.
Because I know like this might get clipped, and it's just like this is rot. This is like rotting my brain, and this is not help. This is just I don't even know. But I think that's. I think that's.
Yo,
all.
I was going.
What do you have? What?
No, you missed my point.
About what?
I was segueing to something else when I said that you think I'm supposed to know things.
Good, because I ran out of Gen Z words.
Okay. No, my point was getting back to Jew stuff. We love to talk about
Ooh.
We love to talk about ourselves.
You know, I made a video. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I have to say this. I made a video called. Someone said Hitler was right in one of my videos. I made a response to it.
Yeah,
it got 300,000 views.
Wait, what? When?
Huh? A week ago. It slowly got views over the day on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah, just mean anything.
No, I thought it was on YouTube.
300,000 views, and by the way, it's crazy. Like so many people they really like. No matter how much you explain it to them and try to answer their questions.
I think they're just messing with
you. No. Like they're really deep rooted into like the whole Jew thing.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
And like the Talmud, I try explaining all of it, and even like the Hitler was right thing. Like I tried explaining, well, it didn't work. So like get good. Like whatever. I was trolling, and that video, I'm glad I made it because I know it was solely watched by Jew haters because it had 300,000 views and like 3,000 likes. Like it had the engagement. People, they're pocket watching, they're hate watching me, but I know that they're watching it and they're getting mad at it. They got mad that I said that they didn't kill us all. They're like getting pissed off about it.
That's funny.
And they're like, well, if we do it a second time, and then I said sequels don't usually never better than the original, and also like it probably wouldn't. Holocaust probably can't really happen. Well, I mean, I would never say never, God forbid, but I mean, whatever. Point is,
They got a lot of views.
Point is, where am I going with this? Oh yeah, I guess people don't like us, but I don't feel like playing victim this time. I'll do that another time.
I was talking about I was getting into Jew stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I got distracted.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you.
We have this thing in the Jewish community. I was saying we
like to talk. You guys run the world and suck blood from kids. No. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you again. That's me. Whenever I say anything whenever I ever say anything like, "Hey guys, it's me. Here's a joke about how gay people drink water. You're a filthy Jew and you used to drink the blood of kids and you run the world and Rothschilds." And I'm like, man, I can't freaking do anything. Like that's okay. Sorry.
We'll give you a good interest rate if you behave.
Exactly.
Anyways.
The only interest they get is interest in my videos.
I don't know if it's like this in other communities. I think it actually happens in society nowadays. I think in general society, this concept exists where we think, especially in the Jewish community, you ever heard your teacher say, everyone has to know this, right?
Yes.
For example,
religious?
Religious-wise, it would be like...
Well, it's in both, I think.
But I'll say like this. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Where your teacher will be like, everyone has to know all the books of the Bible. All the names.
Okay.
All like 3 or whatever, 2 something. I don't know them. And then, or like, everyone has to know...
Oh, you're saying like every portion in every book?
No, everyone has to know just the titles. Like the name, like Voracious, Shemais.
That's what I'm saying, the portions in every book.
Yes.
I was saying it in English to be nice.
I have a guy, like, these really, like, religious Jews, and, like, you have, like, annoying conversations with them in school, and they're like, everyone has to know them.
You have to know every single name portion.
In order.
You don't have to know what it's talking about.
Oh, you don't? Because you must be dumb.
You don't have to know what it's talking about. You just have to remember, like, yeah, that was
kind of
weird.
Like, you have to know all the books of the Mishnah, which is commentary. You have to know all what they're called.
Yeah, that was weird. I got tested on it, actually, and I won.
Exactly.
I'm good at memorization, and I suck at learning.
Yeah, or, like, you have to know all the books of Shulchan Aruch, which is Code of Jewish Laws. Mm-hmm. You have to know what they're called. Like, there's like 6 different books. Probably more. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know them all. But you know what? I know what it says inside of them.
Yeah.
Because you learn them. But, like, when I had to take the rabbi test, apparently the rabbi who tests you will just be like, name all 6 books.
No way that happened to you.
And you're not memorizing that because you're busy learning actual laws.
You're saying you were learning, like, the laws of
meat and milk and
I'm
stuff.
saying you're learning the whole thing on that, and he just throws up the name every Mishnah ever type thing.
Yeah,
Mishnah,
just name the titles, and you're like, I don't know what the last one's called.
That's not what I do.
And they'd be like, you have to know.
He said that to you?
No, he said it to another person.
You know, I have
You have to, luckily it wasn't me. You have to know it.
Oh, it wasn't?
You have to know it. It's like, I will go and memorize it, and then I'll know it in a minute. I just spent a half a year learning the stuff that you actually have to know. But no, they get all annoyed. Or like, for example, we learned the laws of eating meat and milk together, which Jews don't do. That's haram.
Haram, yeah.
As you like to say.
Yes.
But then during my test, he asked me about Passover.
You're saying he just like brought it up on you?
He was like, Passover's next week. He's like, obviously you know it because you obviously learned
about it because Passover's coming up.
It's like, no, I didn't. Cause I spent the whole year learning about meat and milk.
I can kind of see actually why he's doing it because he kind of wants to see if you're if you could be a rabbi.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Can we spontaneously throw a question at you and you can answer it? But did you answer it?
I did because I got some help, some whispering help because I assume,
he's stupid idiot. Here's your answer.
It was a really hard question. It was actually a very hard question, really complicated law, and because basically like inside one of the books and one of the commentary notes it mentions Passover. He's like, so you obviously learned that, so therefore you obviously know this law, and even the rabbi in charge,
I learned it 7 years ago.
No, you did not learn it. It was actually like a question that even rabbis nowadays don't necessarily know the answer to, but this guy was a head rabbi, so he wants to test you.
Level 75 rabbi.
Yeah. He wants to test you to see how your brain works, right? Because you got to be a good rabbi, and you have to know how to think on the spot. So then the guy in charge of my program, kind of whispered me the answer because I knew the stuff, and he felt bad, and also he didn't want me to look bad, so he's able to slip in the answer, so we got away with it.
All of
and
that.
I was like, wow, very good. And I was like,
I couldn't have done it,
Yeah.
All of that, and you still don't have your diploma at all. It doesn't even exist. Mine's literally right there, by the way. It's just chilling there, next to another plaque and my YouTube plaque. Well, actually, my YouTube plaque's on the floor right now. Literally, it's just on the floor. In the background of my setup, it's just on the floor. But I guess that's sort of why I enjoy doing an online version, which some people say isn't as good for some reason. I don't know how. Online rabbit classes are very good. I know many smart people that do it.
Well, they actually only test you on what you
test you on what you actually learned because people think that the course to become a rabbi is this we're going to test you on everything ever. No, it's mainly on a few specific topics that are fundamental and crucial.
Kosher, mainly.
Mainly kosher and those types of things because that's just mainly what we deal with.
Well, that's what rabbis need to do. But also, I heard a story where it wasn't us; it was a different guy. He wanted to become a rabbi, and he said, and he went for his test, and you're only learning laws of kosher, but there's tons of other laws like how to write a Torah, how to write the Bible, like the actual scribe who writes the actual.
My friend could do it. He's really good at it.
So there's a million laws about that, and there's laws what happens if there's an error, and there's laws about Passover, there's laws about all the holidays, and you don't necessarily learn them when you're getting tested to be a rabbi specifically, because you learn them every year just throughout elementary school. You can't learn all of it.
You can't learn all of Judaism in a year or two and get tested on all of it. It's just not how it works.
So they're only testing you on if someone comes to you and asks a question.
On the fundamental subjects of,
On kosher, pretty much. If a guy comes to you and says, how do I make this kosher, or is this kosher, then you should be able to know as a rabbi. Mm-hmm. So, but
I still don't know.
Exactly.
I just passed the test. I forgot it all.
No, but this guy, so there's laws of writing a Bible, and if there's errors when you write it, and those are extremely complicated. If you're really going to be a rabbi, you have to know it. So that's what the guy wants to be a rabbi, and the first thing he asked him was, if you're in synagogue, and you're reading from the Bible, and somebody says, this is an error, and he says, and it's a little faded, but you can't tell, what's the law? And he didn't know it. But he's like, you want to be a rabbi, and you're going to be in synagogue, and someone's going to ask you that question. That's what they're going to ask you on. They're not going to ask you what's kosher, what's not. Everyone keeps.
They're going to ask you the spontaneous moment where you're reading from the Torah scroll,
and everyone's waiting.
And everyone's waiting. Is this letter okay to freaking read this scroll?
Or is the whole scroll not kosher? Actually,
because if one letter is not good, it's all bad. Not bad.
You have to use a different
kosher.
So you have to fix it and use a different one. And you can't do that on Sabbath. So you have to.
Well, what was it?
I have no idea.
We don't even know the answer. See, we can't be rabbis. This show sign is a lie. We don't even know the answers to these things. People come to my comments and ask me all sorts of random questions, and I try, I'm I guess, basic knowledgeable, but, I mean, certain things I'm still learning.
But I am disappointed in some of your talks. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Because you answer a lot of questions, but I think you do half answers. Maybe because you're dumb.
Maybe because I'm lazy?
Yes.
Could you give me an example? No, you can't.
When I look at them, I have to write notes and then bring them up. No, you're actually very good. I would say actually very good. Better than other rabbis who dance around the subject.
The reason I give half answers, mainly, if I ever did, I don't think or like not full explanations and details is because one, it's just complex and people don't have the patience to listen to all that, and two, I forgot the second reason. Point is, also I just want it to be like entertaining and stuff.
I got it.
Also, I'm just lazy. When was I half lazy? I answer.
No, I don't think you. I always say, oh, you should have said one more thing, or you should have. I think it's just you didn't.
There's more additional reasons to tie the knot. You're saying
it would have like been like, oh, okay, but then
like,
you kind of stop it, and you're like, and when you're listening to it, someone who doesn't know anything, you're like, oh, good answer, but as a Jew, I'm like,
you're so exact. No, well, actually, by the way, you're not the only one. I get comments from people in real life whenever well, there's a video that you made where actually you could have mentioned this one. I'm like, bro, you make the damn video.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't tell me how to. I'm answering the question and they're satisfied with the answers. Like, what else do you want to hear?
I'll explain.
Let me say this. What I try to do mainly is answer like specific, like anti-Semitic type ones or like
I'm not talking
ones
about
the Talmud. Like that's what I like doing mainly.
But I'm talking about ones you give Jew talks about actual laws.
I'm the only one that's actually educated. I feel when it comes to those types of things. I think. Not the Talmud stuff, but like when it comes to the rabbit holes and like the whole Jew in the world thing and that whole thing, so many rabbis are not even like that's not even in their radar of what the hell are you even talking? Like it's not even in their radar that people think that. So I try to learn that stuff so that I could actually answer these people, and then I do other stuff also. But what were you saying?
So you're an expert in it. You could be quoted as an expert in the rabbit hole.
I go in these degenerates. Nazi caves, and a lot of
like
people like Ben Shapiro, they just don't even want to they just don't want to give them the time of day, right? But because of that, it looks weird. Like, oh, so you're not going to answer it? But you know, he does other crap. Me, I'm like, I'll walk right into your little gathering, and I'll tell you exactly what I think and what's going on. And then they just whine or they say like some new thing, and I'm like, no, that's not true. And literally, what happened the other day, I gave a direct answer. Full answer, and they said, no, that's not true.
Was it about the Talmud stuff?
It was about the whole Talmud thing.
Yeah, no, that was actually very well done.
Thank you. No, literally, like, I gave the whole answer, and details and explained what the Talmud even is, like, the whole situation. Yes. I think I did a good job in that video. And the guy's like, no, it's not true, it says this. Like, some people, they just don't want to be educated. Like, they don't, like, he watched there's a whole, the 6-minute, concise, fully detailed, also everything together. Some people they want to use it as an excuse. They use it as an excuse to be allowed to hate on Jews because they think we hate them when we don't. Whatever.
Oh, I see. They're like, okay. Well, let me get to what I saw. It was very simple, but I feel like I want to clarify.
I have a thing on Jew Talk where I answer people's questions. Continue.
So somebody asked, how many Jewish holidays are there? It was that one, and you said
I gave like a half answer.
Yeah, it was very half. You said
I know.
There's a ton. Like we just came out of a month. There's like so many of them. But the truth is, it's actually a very simple answer. I think. Listen to your wise older brother.
Okay.
I think you should have answered. You said you should. It's a very easy answer. You should be like, there's 3 main ones.
Yes.
Sukkot,
Passover, and Shavuos.
But ironically, not Yom Kippur is not included in that.
Oh my gosh, you're really gonna do this? Okay,
and Rosh Hashanah is not included in that.
Oh my gosh.
You have to explain that. There's 3 main ones.
Yes.
And then there's other...
No one wants to know... Well, actually, there's 3 main ones. And then there's sub-holidays, which we've also been celebrating. But technically... That's what you sound like right now.
No, because you just...
No! We celebrate Purim. We celebrate freaking...
No, because what you did was you explained, like, all the holidays are... last month. That's not true. We have other holidays, and you kind of skipped over the fact that we do have other holidays later.
They know we have Hanukkah.
And you said Purim, and like Purim is a holiday, but we are still allowed to use electronics, which is very different than what they're talking about.
When did I even talk about electronics? I didn't even talk about electronics.
You said, oh, and Purim's a holiday. But yeah, Purim's a holiday, but nobody knows that holiday.
I know, but I mentioned it because they could search it.
Because I mentioned Passover, which is a much bigger holiday.
I forgot. Like, what do you want me to say?
And Shavuos, which is a much bigger holiday.
What did I specifically say?
You said there's a ton.
There's a bunch. A bunch happened last month. The whole Family Guy stereotype of Jews running away.
Yes.
Ooh, it's buch, gotta go. That's this month. But
that's true, but it's not true because it's also.
But it is true. That month, this month,
it's past every month.
This past month is literally the month of holidays where we don't have time to do anything because there's always a holiday.
There's 3
and yes, there's other ones. I am so sorry.
There's three main ones.
Forgive me.
Then there is Yom Kippur, which is a big one, which everyone knows about, and Rosh Hashanah, which is the head of the year, which everyone knows about. And those are also last month, but they're not included in the big three. The big three are all a week
This is
long.
not a freaking.
And
This isn't college
technically-
football. Like I'm saying, big three.
The big three.
The big three. The other ones, you know, like
Big Ten.
like UC finally.
The
Whatever.
Pac-12.
I'm saying the point is.
There's fast days. There's holidays where you're allowed to use phones. There's half holidays, which is kind of
Yeah, but they don't even know.
kind
But like
of.
half these guys don't even know that we can't use electronics on holidays.
And there's every Saturday.
I'm saying, and there's like.
And there's fast days.
Are
And
you
there's-
really?
And there's certain fast days where you
I
can't
didn't
use
talk about
electronics.
fast days.
And there's only certain fast days which are half fast days.
Oh, if you really want to be a Jew, like Chabad Hasidic Jew, you'd say Tisha B'av also is a holiday.
Exactly.
And I'm saying, if you really want to do,
Yeah.
I just out-Jew
And what
you.
about all our Chabad holidays? What about Yitzhak's Kiss?
Yeah, okay, but I didn't mention that crap because that's a hole in a hole in a hole.
We have so much buchwach. It's crazy.
A lot of buchwach going on, specifically in our sect of the Jewish
The only month that we don't really have anything is actually this month.
You're right, this is the boring month where you have to actually learn and, like, do stuff.
But except for Chabad, our sect, we have one. It's a birthday of one of the rabbis. I think it's his birthday, right?
One of our rabbis of the Chabad Hasidic movement.
So you can't call us on that day because
So-
it's our holiday.
Even though we're allowed to use electricity, like literally all those types of holidays, they're just days of celebration. You know, really.
Yeah, you don't. They say you're not
omit
supposed.
anything.
Well, for us, it's
Well, we omit certain prayers sometimes,
no. For this, yeah,
like
but,
morning types of prayers.
But for like the holiday of Purim, Hanukkah, you're not supposed to do a lot of business. That's what that's about. But you still could go on your phone and send your family all these cute pictures of the menorah and your cute costumes.
Hanukkah,
Yes, I'm saying like just like
you're not allowed to do business stuff though.
it's better. I mean,
Yeah, but that's when
yes
Jews.
and no.
But that's when all the Jews migrate to Florida. So like no one's really.
No, but like the Jews of Florida, like we could do it. Don't
No,
worry.
it's our vacation. I mean, we look at it as vacation.
It's just yeah.
It's like winter break. Do
That's
people that aren't Jewish have winter break?
We like the menorah in Heat Stadium. What?
Do people that aren't Jewish have winter break?
Aren't Jewish or Jewish?
People that are not Jewish,
They have, of course they do.
they have a winter break. I'm saying.
I'm saying like colleges have. It's December.
You're right. They get like a month though. No.
They have like 2 to 3 weeks.
I know some get like a bunch.
Did
Actually,
you-
that Miami Heat game, yeah, that was.
No, but even
That's fun.
I think there's even a break. Like my semester officially ends. Well, it ended when I was in school. It ended like January, sometime in January. So you had like a week off in January.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jewish schools have a different week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We decided to be different. Why not? Because why not? I was gonna say about Florida, by the way. One thing I hate about Florida nowadays is all
The people,
what
huh?
the Jews are nice.
Some of them.
Some of them.
There's some very nice Jews there.
You got recognized.
Some
a lot.
entitled Jews there. Where Miami Heat game?
Yeah.
I got my. Yeah, that was funny because it was Jewish Heritage Night, so a bunch of Jews were there. But even if they aren't Jewish, some random people. Did I tell you what happened at Universal? Did you
Yes.
see what happened to me?
Yeah.
A kid yelled Jew boy because he
Yes,
knew me.
yes,
People thought
yes.
I was going to hate crime,
You
but
posted it.
I know I
talked about it,
posted it, but the kid commented on my video.
Oh, really?
No, I see a random comment on my video saying, "Yo, I met you at Universal last year," and I'm like, "There was only one kid that recognized me, and it was that kid." And I'm
That's
like,
funny.
Was it at The Simpsons? And did you yell Jew boy because everyone thought you were hate crime me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I still have the picture." I'm like, "No way." He sent me the picture. It was him. It was him on that damn bridge.
That's hilarious. He
Yep.
took a selfie with you?
He took a selfie and like it's funny.
That's hilarious.
Great picture, great memory.
But something about Florida,
Yeah.
something that's been bothering me, it happened here too, is Florida has terrible drivers. Florida has terrible drivers.
Yeah.
No offense to Florida.
No offense.
Actually,
Actually,
offense-
full
yeah,
offense.
full
Full
offense.
offense. You suck.
And I think it has to do with the fact that I think it's very easy to get your driver's license there. So a lot of, at least I know in the Jewish
It's like in a
community-
parking lot, right? That's
Yeah,
where the test
so a
is.
lot of people get their license there 'cause it's easy, and then they can transfer it to other states. So you got people on the highway. When I was there, when I was in school there, like everyone's cutting each other off. It's like, bro, like
And they're so casual with it.
I have such a pet peeve with like bad drivers or dangerous drivers. Like we all want to get to A to Z without getting hurt. Like you don't have to cut me off.
You
Like,
clearly-
you're gonna get there like 2 seconds earlier than me.
You clearly have never met the Florida Man. Do you know what the Florida Man is?
No, I
You
don't
know
know
there's a
what that
website called FloridaMan.com. I believe that's the name of the website. Where you could type your birthday or any date in the entire year, and it will give you an article about a Florida Man. Florida Man gets arrested for running around the Denny's parking lot naked. Florida Man gets arrested for beating up an alligator and animal abuse. I'm just, like, Florida Man. It's because the articles start with Florida Man.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, mine was a guy running around Denny's parking lot naked and No, it was Florida Man gets arrested. Florida Man gets arrested for being naked while chasing a couple in the Denny's parking lot. That's what, and it's always an obscure crime every single day.
That's
hilarious. You can find it for years, but that's interesting.
But I know at least now I live on a street where it's basically like parking on one side, and then it's very narrow because everyone parks on one side.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still 2-lane traffic. So every once in a while, so most people, when you're going up and you're on the side where people park and a car comes the other way, you could technically squeeze by, but most people, if everyone's normal, pulls into like a parking spot for a second and for the guy to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you do every time. But I was driving now, I was going down, so meaning I'm at the curb, so I can't, and the guy coming at me, there's every once in a while that somebody comes at me who like refuses to pull over, and like I literally nearly hits me every time. And I'm like, I guess so, I'm such an old man, but like, just pull over. Like, do you not want to like not scratch your car? It's like they specifically want to like show that they don't care.
You're a Jew.
No, because then I have to like, then my wheel gets scratched on the curb because I pull over to the side and I'm driving.
This is so like, I was trying to drive to the bagel shop.
It happens so much every time I leave. Just pull to, or they don't even slow down. They'll go like 30 miles an hour on a tiny little narrow road.
I'm sorry you went through that.
No, it's traumatizing.
No, I'm sorry you went through that.
Why can't people just be normal?
I'm still scared to pull and
people try to cut me off on like on a 25 mile per hour road. It's like we're both getting home at the same time. You might get there a minute earlier.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, that's what their logic is.
No, they're just mad about their day at work and they don't care if they hurt
to be honest,
someone.
I actually don't think they're even thinking about it. I think that's just how they drive.
Exactly. I want to get out and be like, hey.
So you want to be a Jew essentially.
I want to be an old lady.
Good. No, be an old lady. I'm still too scared to park into a parking space that has like a car by it. That's
one car or two.
Any cars. I'm still too scared.
I have to parallel park. I have to learn because of my house.
I don't know how to parallel park. That's something like they didn't teach you. They don't teach you that to you in Ohio. They freaking teach you like another version.
No,
but I don't know how to do it.
Similar. We do the.
But I forgot all the motions. I don't even know.
It is. That is parallel parking.
Is it?
It's maneuverability. You pull out and you pull.
Oh, because you're pulling into the thing technically.
So
it's more. You're saying it's more. No. It's
half turn,
half 1.5 turn. Full. What happened was the first time I took my driver's test.
Like a video game.
You passed driver's test first try.
Yes.
Must be nice.
Wait, you didn't?
I passed the written one the first try. We have to do written ones. We also have to go to classes, which sucks.
No, but that's because you were under 18.
Yeah, there's a written one.
Okay, that I passed. But the driving is the main thing.
The written one and the driving one. So I passed the written one easily because I'm a genius. And the tests are dumb.
I got 100 on it.
I got 98. I got one wrong.
I got 100. I'm such a nerd, and I studied so hard for this stupid.
So did I. It's so stupid.
It's all easy. You get like a 65
to pass. Easy test. He literally said everyone test. One of the girls there was like, I don't know how to do the thing. Yeah, I'm just being stupid, but like.
Yeah, they still passed. So I took it, and I
no. He said everyone passed, and one of the girls was like, really? That's what happened.
I took the test, and he graded in front of me because. I think I did whatever.
He didn't say the names. He just said everybody passed. I went over to him after to ask what I got because I'm a Jew and I want to know my answer.
This dude graded in front of me and it was amazing. He graded. I got 100. I remember he was done. He goes, "Oh my god,
I've never seen."
He said, "I haven't seen 100 in 20 years."
Did he actually say that? That's hilarious.
He goes, "I've been doing this I've been doing this 50 years. And I haven't seen 100."
He looks at it like glasses.
Yeah, no, he was like
gets on the cane like. Boy, I have not seen this. It's 1987.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You just made that man's day.
No, he was like, holy crap.
What if I got it? I got the 100, and he's like, only one man has gotten it in the past 20 years.
And you have the same name.
That's my brother. Oh, we'd be like the Kelsey brothers, Hall of Famers first ballot. That'd be amazing.
Anyways, and then when we went to the driving instructor, he said he hasn't seen 100 in 7 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, you got 100 on the driving one too?
No, I have to do like a driving with an instructor for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So he does a bunch of kids, like not just my.
And he said he did really good on that.
No, he said he hasn't seen 100 in 7 years. So not 20, because other schools, people are doing other schools.
But also Ohio has there's two parts of the driving test.
Correct.
Right? There's the road one, which is literally side streets. It's very easy.
I just passed the regular test, by the way.
Really? Literally, I just blinked out and I almost just went like 3 miles per hour through a stop sign. Oh, like very slowly.
No,
because you have to do a full stop, and I was like, oh shoot, right, full stop. The car has to jerk. It's the whole thing. I did that fine, but the maneuverability one with the cones, literally, like I remember it like it was yesterday. I was doing it. I was doing the exact thing they told me to do. And then I like got nervous and like this brain fart. And I hear this little boop. And they're like, oh, I think that was a cone. The lady there, I think that was a cone.
Oh,
that naggy lady.
Yeah.
It ringed in my ear that entire week. Okay, well, we can still do the other one. Wait, so right after I failed the first part, because he did it first, then I was like half crying, like while on the street, like, and the next week when I went to retake it, I just freestyled it. I didn't do the stupid things they told me to do, because the same thing happened.
As long as you get through, you're good.
The same thing happened again. I was like, okay, whatever. I got through it, past the second time.
When I did it
on that part.
So when I did it, I also I completely blanked out on the because the cones were way skinnier than what I practiced on.
Right? The ones that they had for the practice were big.
They're like this.
No, they're like this big,
yeah.
And they were heavy, and they were like plastic, and they stuck to the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of. These ones were literally.
Like,
it was like this, the size of this microphone.
It's like ding.
It's the size of this microphone with the durability of this can of soda. So it was literally like the car's like it went fall on the side. I think the cone fell.
Sorry. No, when I did it, so. I got out fine, and then when I wanted to go back in, I was using my father's car, which I did not practice at all.
I used his car also to practice.
And his is wider. It is a little bit
Right?
wider.
We should have used the van.
You should, because I was just used to the van.
Because it would be easier to use your father's car because it's smaller, but we just didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
The van, you have to turn the wheel a little bit more. So
exactly. So when I did it on the way back, I paused like 8 times. Because I'm like,
same.
I know
I
all
swear
I
they
have
put
to do.
The cones closer.
I have to do is not knock it over. So I was just like inching.
One of the cones.
Yeah, so I ran over the bottom of the cone.
Yeah.
But I didn't knock it over.
That's crazy.
And
that's really hard because it falls so easily.
So then I kind of I got off of it and I pulled out and I saw the mark. Basically, it was a huge toll because I couldn't make any more mistakes after that. But I passed it. I was like, phew.
It's literally like an empty plastic water bottle. Like, that's how easy it is for it to fall. Those things.
I luckily just made it out, and when I got out, I was like, I did it! And she's like, technically.
No way. Yeah. She's like, yeah. When I passed...
And I saw she had like 8 X's, and they only give you 4 boxes to X, and she did like 4.
Extra X is going up, writing onto the dashboard.
And then when I was doing the driving thing, they took me onto a different course than, because there was construction on the regular course, which officially you're not supposed to know what course, but they have it online. Someone wrote up what street you're gonna go on.
Oh yeah.
So then, I ended up doing a different one, and one of the stop signs. So you're looking stop signs. Stop signs gotta stop. One of the stop signs, she gave me 2 errors, and I just passed.
You had a harder one, I think. No.
Yeah, it was way harder.
You had a harder. You were like on the main roads, I think.
Yeah, one of them was.
Yeah, that sucks. I was on side streets. There's no cars.
Exactly. That's what I thought was gonna happen. So one of them.
But there were a lot of parked cars, so that was confusing sometimes.
I guess
because if a car comes your way.
That's true.
Yeah.
For this one, one of the stop signs, I made a full stop, and I had to turn right. But because I was taking the driver's test, and I didn't, because I heard people say that they'd fail if they make the right too early and a car was coming, because they say no, that's dangerous. So I saw a car coming, and I probably waited. I probably could have made the right, but I waited a while for the car just to pass, and there was no cars, and I made the right. Mm-hmm. So she gave me like a tick, like waited too long. I'm like, oh please.
This lady, the guy that did mine the second time, he literally looked like he didn't want to do, like he looked very upset in life, and he was like, I worked this stupid job, testing cage drive. No, he didn't say it, but like that's literally what he looked like. And he's like, okay, drive the car, and I did it, and I was nervous, and I passed, and I was like filled with adrenaline once I passed, and I was like. And, like, after I went out, he said, okay, and then, like, he left the car. Like, he didn't even say anything. And I was like, did I pass? And he's like...
Same with my lady.
Yeah. Like that lady that goes Wazowski, like that.
So, another thing, a reason I actually thought I failed because also there was another stop sign. It kind of like it was like one of those roads that curve and there's a stop sign, so I'm like, I stopped. And then I stopped. She was like, look at the sign. It said, stop unless turning right.
You piece of freaking hit you out of the car.
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I'm not looking at the word because I was so nervous. And when I got back, and then when I had to make a left turn back into the thing, there was a ton of cars coming, and I was stuck in an intersection. And if it turns yellow, and I have to turn when it like turns yellow to red, they would have failed me. And I'm like, please.
I remember
God, just open up the cars. And then there's like a little space, and I turned, and I parked, and then she was like, I'm like, did I pass? She was like,
I guess.
Yeah, barely.
You're like, but a win is a win.
A win is a win. And when I came in, I was so upset because I just passed. And, like, my brain was like, oh, man, I just passed. And then, like, Ma's like, oh man, like we're gonna have to come back here.
Nah.
And I was like, no, I just passed. She was like, you passed.
Ma showed me the street that you went on, and yeah, it looked a lot harder than the one that I did.
I wasn't ready for it. I just had to drive in random streets.
But you won it first try, and that's all that matters.
Thank God. I didn't want to do it again. Like,
I only had to do the cone one.
Yeah, once I passed the cone one, I was like, at least I passed the cone one because that's the most annoying.
Yeah,
because I could always do the street one later. Anyways,
anything else?
Be a better driver. Please be a better driver. There are kids, there are fathers and mothers on the street.
Think of the children.
Exactly.
The children. Is that the moral of this?
Yeah, dinner's going to be there when you get home.
The children. Okay. Is there anything else?
No, I'm done.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching RaBBois. Make sure to smash like, subscribe, download on Spotify, do all the amazing stuff, support your boys. Literally, goodbye.